been talking to Yuriy, who's an advisor to the Defence Ministry of Ukraine, about the latest fighting in Mykolaiv.
The situation in Mykolaiv at the moment is, strategically better than it used to be. We have daily reports from the authorities in Mykolaiv. The defense of Mykolaiv is holding out very well, and they've been able to repel these attacks. Of course, Mykolaiv continues to be the target of sporadic missile attacks, and unfortunately, these attacks cause civilian casualties, but they're not on such a massive scale as previously. And we understand, of course, that Mykolaiv has always been part of Russia's target in terms of achieving full control of the south of Ukraine and cutting Ukraine off from the Black Sea. But at the same time, the armed forces of Ukraine have been successful in maintaining full control over Mykolaiv, and they are defending the city very well.
There have, however, been Russian successes not so far from Mykolaiv, looking at the town of Kherson, where they're talking about using the Russian ruble this week.
Yes, indeed. The city of Kherson has been occupied by Russian forces temporarily for quite some time now, and we understand that Russian aggressive forces are planning to hold the so-called fake referendum in Mykolaiv because they want to legitimize their hold on the city. We, of course, understand that latest reports about the introduction of the Russian currency ruble there mean that Russia is planning to have a long-term control over the city. But at the same time, the civilian people of Mykolaiv are participating almost on a daily basis in peaceful demonstrations in which they are protesting against the occupiers. They are expressing their will to be that they are saying straightforwardly that Mykolaiv is Ukraine, and it is very difficult to see how Kherson is ever going to be under Russian control. And our president, Mr. Zelensky, actually a few days ago said this, that sooner or later Ukraine will regain control over all Ukrainian cities and we will drive the enemy out. It's just a matter of how soon, how quickly we will receive the required weaponry from our Western partners.
But there are threats too, aren't there, to that vital port of Odessa on the Black Sea. Last night there was a rocket strike and there are talk of a number of casualties.
Yes, indeed. There was another missile strike on Odessa, which is sometimes called the southern capital of Ukraine. And, unfortunately, these attacks continue. But at the same time, if you look at the map of the military activities, you will definitely clearly see that during the last 2 weeks, the situation on the front has not changed dramatically. And moreover, there are certain areas, certain locations where Ukrainian army was able to counterattack and regain whole villages and territories. So from this perspective, of course, we are concerned about the attacks on Odessa. We realize that Moldova is just very close to Odessa as well. We are confident that, we will protect Odessa and we will protect the rest of Ukraine.
Yuriy, advisor to the Defence Ministry, thank you for talking to us.
And that brings us to